this flip the camera trend is the most meanest trend of all time. So this new trend is called the flip the camera challenge.
And it's very depressing and sad because, and I really do hope this never happens to my daughter.
But some people are not going to take that too lightly.
But now all of a sudden, with this trend, now you want to be fake concerned.
They're not fake concerned. There is not with their consent. And when you being bullied for no reason, not knowing you being bullied, people gonna stand up for you. What's good, peeps? It's your boy JP back at it again with another reaction video. And today we're reacting to a new TikTok trend that I think we need to talk about. To me, it's bullying. Some people don't see it as that, but to me, I think it is. The TikTok trend is flip the camera challenge. And what it is kids, mostly teenagers, give their phone to random strangers that they find unattractive. And they tell the unattractive person in their eyes to hold the camera while they record a video. They dance, they act like they're recording a video. They walk up to the phone and flip the camera so it's facing the unattractive person without their knowledge. And they're being recorded, thinking that they're recording somebody else. They take the video and they upload it to TikTok and it gets millions of views. And the person ends up looking stupid. To me, for a person that used to get bullied in high school, when I was a kid, I'm 30 years old now. But when I was in high school and younger than, mostly in junior high, I got bullied. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. I do not like bullies. So without further ado, about to get into this video, but we're gonna talk about it. Let's get into it.
This new flip the camera challenge is honestly one of the meanest trends I've ever seen. Let me get it straight. You and your friends go up to a random stranger, ask them to hold your phone in front of their face, then you flip the camera so it shows your face, the person filming, not the person holding the phone. And the worst part? These people have no idea they're being filmed. What's even sadder? It's mostly 6th and 7th graders doing this, either to mess with their teachers or to clown on other kids in class they don't like. Like, imagine being a genuinely nice person, just trying to help someone out, and then your face gets posted online for everyone to laugh at all without your knowledge or consent. That's messed up.
And that's the messed up part, because it's like you don't know that you're being recorded. People are just taking advantage of the fact that you are unaware of you being recorded, because you probably got the camera where the screen is facing them. So you don't know when they flip it, it's on you, and it's probably in an awkward angle and it looks stupid. So it's just messed up, because it's like people are they're going to upload it to social media, and people knowing what they doing, and these people fake. Like, one thing people gotta understand is not everything is going to be perceived the way you perceive it. To you, it's just, oh, they just being funny. Like, it's just kids being kids. But to that person, bro, they might really have a really big insecurity on the way they look. You see all these women that go get BBLs, they be attractive already, they still insecure to the point that they go risk their lives to go get BBLs. But then you see stuff like this, you like, oh, it's not bullying. These people will be all right. No, people, just like people risk their lives to get rid of insecurities, people will take their own or self-delete because of those same insecurities. We got to stop playing with people, bro. That's not cool, bro. Not at all.
Honestly, I've watched a bunch of these videos, and the people holding the camera look so sweet, so kind, and it's just...
And I think the girl, like this girl right here, I think she's AI, because this don't match up.
Heartbreaking that they're getting treated like this for no reason. A lot of people are acting like it's no big deal, saying it's not that deep, but it is deep. This feels like bullying, straight up.
That flip the camera trend is going to get somebody beat, I can tell right now. For those of you that don't know what the flip the camera trend is, it's when somebody approaches you with their phone and asks you to record them while they're dancing. They'll have their friend in the background recording as well. So they make you hold the camera where the back camera is facing you. And while they're dancing, they'll walk up to the camera and they'll click the reverse button, and that camera will be right on your face. You see that right there? And your will be live in 4K while you're filming that video. Mind you, I've seen a couple already. These shits is funny as hell. But some people are not going to take that too lightly. I'm going to show you one right here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Like I said, they're not gonna take it lightly. He talking about they're gonna get beat up. Like I say, that's the best case scenario. That they get beat up. We hoping that they don't inflict self-pain. Because that's where most of these people end up resorting to. They don't want to inflict the pain on the people that did something to them. They end up doing it to themselves. And that's the part that why I think this is such a bad idea.
I'm not gonna lie. When I seen this shit this morning, this shit had me crying. But let me tell you this, they're going to bump into somebody who is not playing these games. Mind you, after they record this, they are putting this shit on their page. And 9 times out of 10, this video will go viral. So just imagine.
I saw the first one I put up in the first video, that was 4 million views, bro. 4 million. That means them kids saw by 4 million people, and was, like he said, he was laughing at it. So imagine how many people you're making a mockery out of these people for no reason, bro. That's not cool, bro. Ain't nothing about that cool.
Somebody in your neighborhood store say, yo, hold this camera while I do X, Y, and Z. And you hold the camera and they got you in 4K looking stupid as hell. Everybody is not going to take that shit too lightly. One thing I notice about these trends is when people do these trends, can happen. All you got to do is Google. A couple people lost their life for playing with people. That's all I'm saying. They funny, but everybody don't laugh at certain shit. Everybody don't laugh at certain shit. I'm out.
To flip the camera trend, before y'all start y'all selective outrage, let's go back to just maybe a week ago when you had unattractive people getting online and speaking how they feel and their truth about being unattractive in this world, and how y'all invalidated them and told them how nobody's unattractive and everybody's just beautiful and life is just rainbows and butterflies. Let's go back to that. This trend shows you exactly what they was talking about, how they simply cannot even exist in this world without somebody bothering them simply because of the way they look. But you told them that they was lying. You told them, don't call yourself that. Yet you got people intentionally flipping the camera to show somebody who is unconventionally attractive and making a joke out of the way they look. Because that's the reality that a lot of...
And god dang, bro, this mother tripping. So I get what she's saying, and she got some point. The only thing why it's not selective outrage, because it's a difference. The difference is when these people make these, when the people in the few months ago, the people she's talking about that made the videos about themselves being unattractive, the difference is volunteering to create that content and not being volunteered to create the content. That's the difference. I don't know if I say it the right way. We get what I'm trying to say. So the people that made those videos a few months ago, they volunteered that. They put themselves on camera on their own will and accord. They chose to do that. They chose to get on camera and talk about how they feel they're not attractive, how they feel they are unattractive. They decided that on their own. Nobody picked up the camera and forced them to be on camera being unattractive in their own state, if that's how they feel, right? They chose that on their own free will. These videos now on this flip the camera is without the free will and the content and the consent of the people that are holding the phones. They didn't consent to being blasted online about being unattractive. They didn't consent to that. The people back then that she's talking about consented to it. So it's a little different. They're going to approach it different. So it's not selective outrage. You put yourself on camera and you think you're unattractive and you get, though you should not be bullied for that, you put yourself on camera talking about that. You brought that energy to you. These people didn't bring the energy to them. They were asked to do a favor, and out of the kindness of their own heart, they were doing the favor. Then they get embarrassed and publicly ridiculed for being a good person. But no, of course we got more outrage for this. This ain't selective. You are under people, you are blasting people without their consent, bro. That's messed up, bro. And it's bullying. That's why we say this is bullying. It's a different type of bullying. It's unconsent bullying. It makes it even 10 times worse. So it's not selective outrage. But I get what you're trying to say though. You got a point, but you're missing that part. That's the part that makes this completely different.
These unconventionally attractive people go through, yet you try to silence them and make them think that what they go through ain't what they go through, gaslighting them.
And that's true. Because people are gaslighting them. They are trying to tell them, no, what you said is, because it is in the eyes of the beholder. And people are trying to, they're not doing it out of ill will in it. They just trying to encourage them that you don't got to feel like that. At least that's what I'm assuming. I ain't watched those videos back then, but I did see this. And I'm like, oh, damn, I don't like this.
But now all of a sudden, with this trend, now you want to be fake concerned.
They're not fake concerned. There is not with their consent. And when you being bullied for no reason, not knowing you being bullied, people gonna stand up for you.
Y'all are the same grown adults who go around on the internet talking about people's looks unsolicited. An unattractive person can't even post a video on TikTok without you going into the comment section to remind them about the way they look.
And she got a point. There are definitely people out here that be bullying for sure. But I'm gonna move on to the next video because I gotta go. But yeah, she talking herself.
Of them, make fun of them for no reason when they ain't did nothing. I want you to shut up. I want you to shut up and let them speak their truth, because this is obviously what happens.
Guys have seen those flip the camera trends, and it's very depressing and sad because, and I really do hope this never happens to my daughter. I was one of those kids that I kept to myself, but the only reason why I kept to myself because I went through a lot of messed up abuse and SA as a kid. And so I always never wanted to rock the boat. And I just wanted to have friends, and I just wanted to be kind and loving and caring for others, because I know how it feels to be going through pain. And to see these kids, like, this is, and I know it's extreme to even say this, but these are the type of kids who need a whipping. Who need the belt, who need to be bullied, who need to be shown that it's not okay to do so, because sometimes words don't work. And during my generation, a lot of people actually ended their lives because of stuff like this.
And that's true. That's very true. I had to mute the video and mute the music because he was using copyrighted music, and I can't do that. So I gotta use my soundboard. It's working.
These kids come up with something new to degrade people every single month, it feels like.
Probably can't make no A's in school, but you can sure come up with a viral TikTok trend. That's some 2025, 2030 shit, I tell you. It don't make no damn sense.
Now, what would possess y'all to make somebody feel lesser than that of you? What makes you look better or think that you are better than the next person? Do y'all go home and sleep better at night knowing that you released your anger, frustration, or your stress out on the next person because you're judging them based off of their looks? And then don't get me started on the parents. You will address something, bring it to the parents' attention. Oh, they're just being kids, or my little innocent star, he didn't do anything, or he didn't mean it, until they're bullying your kid. Then you have a problem. Now you reaching out to the superintendent, you writing these long emails to the teacher, you texting the teacher and all this. But as long as your kid is doing the bullying, you cool with that in terms of parenting. I had a bully growing up.
I definitely did too, unfortunately. That's why I have a lot of empathy and sympathy for these kids, because I can only imagine, like, we didn't have the internet. So this was more of a person to person thing when I was going through my situation. Like, everybody didn't have to know this. But now, not only are they're bullying them person to person, they 10 times max that when they did upload it to the internet, and then the internet get a hold of it and they enjoy on the fun too. And now you got adults bullying kids. And that makes it even worse, bro. Like, god dang, like, y'all just suck, bro. Y'all suck. This is not cool, bro. Now y'all just 10x'd it by putting it on the internet. Now you got to, I can only imagine what these kids going through, bro. For real. This ain't cool. If I ever get rich, I'm definitely going to try to make an anti-bullying something club or a foundation or something. Because, bro, I hated that as a kid. I'd be damned if my kid would have to go through that when I have one, or I witness that and I'm thinking I'm just going to let that slide. We're not doing that.
And I'm glad
We're going to bully the bullies on God.
overcame what that bully put me through in terms of stress and mental anguish. Because I could have easily just caved in and let that control my life.
And sometimes it carries on into your adulthood and you don't realize it because you're not self-reflecting, because you're trying to avoid that feeling as you progress from it. Like, let's say you go through it, then you move on, and then maybe that bully goes to another school and you go on through life. And because you don't want to relive that, rehash that, you try to not self-reflect. And then you grow up, and then those feelings carry on with you into adulthood, and you start seeing that same bully in other people, and you realize you never really ran from it because it's carried on into your adulthood. That stuff really do mess with people. That's why I said, like I said at the beginning of the video, not everything that you see is just a little deal, and don't mean it's not a big deal to somebody else. Like, us as human beings, we're complex. We internalize things completely different. That's why you can't put nobody in a monolith. Like, everybody is different in their own way. You can't play with people like that.
But oftentimes I think about this. Whatever happened to that bully? Did he ever grow up and stop bullying people?
Or maybe he did, and he just forgot and just stopped caring, not realizing he could have traumatized somebody for the rest of their life.
Where is this person at in life? Did bullying me make his life so much better that he succeeded so much in life? Or did he become a failure because, he's just a piece of you-know-what, and he's still bullying people to this day as an adult, just in a different form?
But I will say, if you're an adult, based off what he's saying now, if you're an adult and you going through that and you went through that, let it go. Go to therapy. It's just like, whatever. Like, one of the dudes that was my bully when I was a kid, I actually still know him as an adult, and he cool. Like, I don't got no ill will to him. I know he was a kid. He didn't know no better. And, like, he probably had some issues at home. And I'm actually cool with him now. Like, like, I mean, I grew up past it. I've dealt with the internal damage that it did to me as a person, and now that I'm an adult, I can see it from a different lens, and now I can know how to heal from it. But I ain't got no hate to him no more. I understand he was going through stuff too, and that's why I say a lot of intelligence is built in, like a lot of empathy is built into intelligence. If you're really gonna be smart for real, or you really gonna have a level of high level of empathy and intelligence, you gotta have empathy for even your own bullies. So you gotta learn to forgive them, for sure. You don't want to call them a piece of and you a grown man now. Like, learn to forgive. Learn to forgive and move on, and just try to prevent that in the next generation moving forward.
For those of y'all who are victims of this turn the camera around stuff, I am sorry on the behalf of these sorry people and these parents. Y'all don't deserve it. Be strong and don't fall for it. When they tell you to turn the camera around, just walk away. Already try to know
damn dogs
what this trend is. Let's get familiar with this and not even participate anymore, because it's not funny.
What do you mean this flip the camera trend is the most meanest trend of all time? So this new trend is called the flip the camera challenge, where you and your friends go up to a random stranger, then you ask that stranger to hold your phone in front of their face, then you go up to your phone and flip the camera where it shows the face of the person that is filming your video. And even more worse, are these people that are nice enough to film your video for you have absolutely no idea that they are being filmed. And what's even more sadder is that the main group that is doing this trend are 6th and 7th graders that are just trying to be mean to their teachers, or even more sadder, they are just doing it to other kids in their class that they just want to clown on. Every single video that I've seen from this trend, the person that is holding the camera and is nice enough to film the video for these peoples genuinely look like such nice peoples, and then without their knowledge and consent, this gets posted online for everybody to see. This is going too far. And even more insaner, a lot of people are saying it's not that deep. And usually I'm in the camp of agreeing that a lot of things are not that deep. There's just some sinister energy coming from these videos, and it feels like the B word. Yeah, that word, bullying. Do you like this trend, or does it need to stop?
All right, go. God damn it. Okay, go. Main full. All right. So anyway, so yep, that's that, y'all. Like I say, bro, we gotta stop this, bro. These kids come up with something new every day, and it's ridiculous. I don't get it, but we need to stop it. Lord have mercy. God be with us for sure. But with that being said, make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. Join the Prosper Gang. We keeping it PG. Let's stop bullying, y'all. Let's stop bullying. And remember, there is nothing impossible to they who try. The next time I'm out, deuce.